Hi YouTube, it's Janelle here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the W-2 form. And tax season makes things really stressful for a lot of people out there because there's a lot of different tax forms and things get complicated and confusing. But thank goodness, the W-2 is actually one of the more basic and most common forms out there. Now, the W-2 form is only going to be given to people who are an employee of a company or have an employer that they work at. So if you go to a typical job, Monday to Friday, or whatever your schedule is, and you have a salary or wages that you earn throughout the year, if it's more than $600, then your employer has to legally send a W-2 form to the IRS. So what's on the W-2 form? Why is this so important? This can kind of get complicated, so I'm not going to go through every single box because we're just going to cover the basics here. On top, you can see your social security number, the employer's name and address, your name and your address, the tax year for these forms, the wages, compensation, and tips that you've earned in that year, and all the taxes withheld. Social security tax, Medicare tax, federal taxes. There's so many different taxes that come out of our paycheck. It hurts every time you see your check and you look at it, you go, oh my goodness, this is how much they took out in taxes. Like, they're taking all my money. They're not taking all of your money, but they do take a cut, and it goes to different types of taxes. Maybe if you're curious, take a look at your pay stub and take a look to see what are the different taxes that are coming out of your paycheck. When you go to file your taxes, you need to have your W-2 form on you. You need to have that paper in front of you so that you know exactly what numbers to type in if you're doing your taxes on the computer like most people do. But back in the day, before people had online software, they actually did it by paper. They would literally mail 4 different versions of taxes. Well, 3 different versions of the taxes would get mailed out. One to the federal government, one to the state that you are filing for. If they have a state taxes that you have to pay, you have to send it to the state, and also the local government there. So like the city that you're from, you have to make sure that you pay taxes to that locality or that you file your taxes there. So that's why they give you different copies. And then the 4th copy is for you to keep for your records. In January, when you get your W-2, you want to make sure that you look at the numbers and that it all makes sense. If you know you worked over the summer and you made about $4,000, but your W-2 only says you made $400, that means that somebody at the company was filling out the W-2 form and they forgot to type in a 0, or maybe they put the decimal in the wrong place. And so you have to be responsible and look over these numbers and make sure that it all looks good to go before you go ahead and file your taxes. Because once you submit your taxes to the IRS, it can be a pain to go through trying to correct your taxes and explain to the IRS why you entered things incorrectly in the first place. So it's better to try to catch any mistakes before you file your taxes. All of this information is available on your W-2 form, so it's really important that you get that piece of paper. And if you haven't received it by January 31st, then you want to make sure you call your employer and the company that you worked for and say, hey, I haven't received my W-2. This is super important. I need it in order to file my taxes by April, and so please send it to me ASAP. That is pretty much what you need to know about your W-2, but if you have any other questions about the W-2, please put them in the comments below, or you can send them to me at MissBeHelpful@gmail.com. That's all. Hope this was helpful. Till next time, peace.